Hello, my name's Andy and welcome to the garage. Well, here we have a Dinky Toys Superior Rescuer on a Cadillac chassis, well beaten and play worn. It's certainly seen better times, lost a few decals, but it is intact and that's a great thing. Just fits on the turntable. It's another ambulance to my collection and I'm going to enjoy doing this one. The rear door opens, the side doors don't, nothing else opens, but the rear door opens, and I can imagine there was a stretcher in there at some point with a patient on it and maybe an attendant or two. So let's get this apart and see what we've got. Right, here we have our ambulance. Very play worn, sirens on the wobble, lights are all good, everything's there, rear lights are good, screw base, Dinky Toys Superior Rescuer on a Cadillac chassis, made in England. So not bad at all. Let's just get it apart, shall we? There's one screw. Screws out, base just lifts off. Two axles. Plastic body comes out. Doors dropped off the back. That rear glass is fixed in. Let's take a close look at that. Can't push it gently. Steering wheel in the cabin. Main glass doesn't appear to be held in by anything. Just giving it a little click here and there. I think somebody's put some glue in this corner. Something's gone on. Pulling it. It's out. There's lots of detail there of its like white lines. Now I might be able to put those back in. Bit of damage around there. There's the crack. Not too bad. Looks like the top light will push out. Try and use the bottom of a screwdriver. Well, that's knocked out one of the rears. The top there. The one looks like it's corroded in potentially. That's the side where we've got a bit of corrosion. Let's try and push that out. That don't want to know. This top siren, it's just like riveted in, that ain't coming out, and neither is the front. So I think grinding wheel, that's what I'm thinking. Hold on, we've got these side sirens. They don't want to move either. Try and push them out with a screwdriver. No, don't want to know. Okay, I've got a small screwdriver to just try and get, just move the parts box out of the way. Just try and get behind these, because I think if I can just force these out, they might just clip out. They are very loose. Don't want to pull them from the front. Let's just try and give them a push. Out. There's like a little clip on them at the back. So what you've got to do is like lift it up and then give it a push. There is that little clip I was just talking about there on the right, and that holds them in, so we'll push back in if I can remember that far back in a week's time or so. Right, got a little grinding wheel, so let's see how we go. And there we have the main siren. Now we've got this big rivet holding on this giant grill. And that's a rear off with a number plate 65441H. Now I have to try and recreate that. I've not done that so far. I've done the ambulance stickers that went on the side there in the front, but I've not done the number plate. I'll need one for the front as well. What I'm going to do is get a flatter wheel in a minute. Let's just see what we can do here in this corner. Let's see if you can see that. Yep, that's what you're going to get. Not sure what that is in there, corrosion or glue, not quite sure. See if we can push that out now. Oh, it's come out backwards easily in the end. It's another part off. So let's see what we've got. We've got that, which I don't want to pull from the outside because I'll get some grip marks on the light. So it is a bit stubborn inside, so I'll just go around it. Okay, I've got a flat grinding wheel to just go around the edges of that light and try and get on that rivet at the front there. There we go, it's out. The black bit around it's separate. It's a bit jagged at the edges, but we can tidy that up now. We've got to it into the parts box. So this just leaves this stubborn, really big rivet at the front here. Okay, I've got that flat enough now to have a go with a drill. Just punch a hole in there. It just pulled apart there off camera, just like that. So that is the biggest grill I've seen on any car so far. It's a big body. Into the caustic soda, then a bit of cleaning up to do. Just looks very play worn, to be honest, very play worn. As you can see, we're with our ambulance, and this is the rear door, and the bracket holding the rear door on has two rivets which also hold the glass on, so they've got to come off. So here we go. Right, have we got them done? We might just have to take a drill to them now we've got them flat. Right, let's hope that's enough. And off she comes. And out pops the glass, hopefully. Right, doesn't seem to want to come. So let's get a little screwdriver under there. Right, it's loose at the top, no surprise there. See if we can just extend that down. Yeah, gosh, the thing you don't want to do is break it. Right at the rivet on that side. I can see I've put a bit of strain on it. It's gone a bit white at the bottom. I know we don't want to break it, but at the end of the day, right, I think you probably hit, oh, it's cracked at the bottom. That's not major. Yeah. Well, as long as the bit we see doesn't crack, we're off to be okay. But that was pretty solid on there. And there it is, it's off now. Just lost a bit of plastic around there. Not too bad, glass is still in good shape. And those two bits and the base can go in the caustic soda. I'm not putting the grilling or the rear fender or the other bits. They're all going to be polished up. Not putting that in, that can be polished. So we're ready for caustic soda. Right, here we go with the water. And then with the caustic. Just leave that for a few minutes, keep an eye on it. As you can see, our Cadillac ambulance is out the caustic soda. Most of the paint's come off. Base plate's very clean. Rear door's okay. So I'm just going to give these a brush and a polish and we'll have a look after that. We're back with our ambulance. It's polished up quite nicely. There's a casting line there and there that runs all the way up and around and over. I've been looking at Cadillac ambulances on the internet, and Cadillac at some point just supplied the chassis from the front doors forward and obviously the bottom. Then a company called Miller coach built the rest of the body, so they could be highly customized, and that means you can paint them almost any way you want. So what I'm thinking of this one is a red base down that side and a white sort of creamy top over there. But apart from those casting lines I've mentioned, this is in quite good condition. A few chips here and there to sort out. So what I'm going to do with those is just a flat file and just slowly work round them like that. I'll get back to you when that's done. Our Cadillac ambulance has had some filing at the rear end. You can't see that line now. There's a line just there, but you can see it but you can't feel it, so that's going to be okay. So into primer for this one now. Right, just flattening back with a bit of 2000 our ambulance. so it has a silky smooth finish on the primer. And also checking for any casting lines I may have missed, any that I've corrected, that they're done right. But she's looking good. We are out of paint, and as you can see I've used Auto Extreme, white gloss and red gloss. So let's take a closer look at this casting. Well, things haven't gone too bad with the masking. Just close up, bit of a line around the curve, touch up, windscreen, same this side, and on the sort of inner wings, and on the rear door. So what I've done is I've put a bit of paint in, clean spray lid, left it a few minutes so it goes a bit stickier, and I will touch those up with a 5/0 brush, and hopefully that will do the job. Now I've already had a test go, check the paint's not running like crazy. So here we go. Now, I never expect to get this all done in one go. Right, I'll keep getting on with that and get back to you when it's done. We're back with our ambulance. What I've got here is a bit of water, some fairy liquid in, and we're just going to start giving it a clean. I don't expect it to have come totally clean. Very bad towards the rear there, as you can see. So we've got a, is that a transfer? That's a transfer on there. Didn't know that. Do now. Now I can see without the dirt. Sticky transfer. If you can probably see that there in the light now, I think. Yeah. Let's have to take some peeling off, that is, I can tell you. Got to get it all off. And to be honest, that may have been all that was holding it together on this side. That's going to have to come off with some, I don't know what's going to get that off. The white, still a bit more on. We'll get away with that crack because I've made my own decals to go on the side. A bit thicker than the originals, and I'm pleased with that decision now because it will hide that imperfection very well. So I'll have to probably get that off with a bit of 5000 or something. Now we've got the base, the cabin rather. It's not come up too bad, it's quite white. What I'll do is I'll give that spray with furniture polish, and I think that'll clean up really nicely. Got the wheels. I'm going to paint the wheels. Going to hand paint these and do the crown with a Molotow pen. If they need hand painting, that one's quite shiny actually, so I might get away without actually painting the tyres. I think be able to keep it original. We're back with our Cadillac ambulance glass. As you can see, it's come quite good here. There is sort of a crack there. Sorry about the noise. Being over this with some 5000, you can't feel that crack. So, not sure what to do. Anyway, I got rid of the glue by putting some white spirit over it, and it just dissolved it. It hasn't come up as good, obviously, as the side and the front, but it doesn't have to because the decal is going over here. I just had to get the old stuff off. I'm not going to touch that, I daren't. It's a locator, it's had some sort of glue on it. Nothing's dissolved that so far. Anyway, I'll keep working on it. Right, we're ready to put this in the floor polish. That's quite loose now. Front glass is good, the side glass is good where it needs to be. It's cracked along the top as well, so I don't do much more. I haven't got a replacement. I think where you see it, it's going to be fine. Where you don't see it, it's going to be damaged. But as long as I get it back in the ambulance in one sort of piece, we're going to be okay. There it is out the floor polish, and it looks actually really good, especially where it needs to, as you can see. So we're going to let that dry off. You can see that crack now a lot clearer in that light. That's loose. I've decided to chrome Cadillac parts. Toyed with polishing them, but I've decided to chrome them. So I've got some Molotov chrome on there. I'm just going to get them done. Already cleaned them. I've taken any casting lines off them. I think this will be the quickest solution. So it's going to be quite a slow job. As you can see, I've cut out some decals. Got some spares. Got my cotton buds ready. Got my microsol ready. Going to put the decals on this glass. And hopefully this side it will give it a bit of strength. I think I'm going to have to put a bit of tape one side of this. We'll find out. Anyway, let's go. Okay, the microsol's on. This is just moving. Here we go. She slid off quite nicely. That's perfect. That is perfect. I don't even see any air bubbles. Now I know the real Cadillacs, they didn't have them this tall. They had thin lines just at the bottom here. I've had a look at Google Images. And I know these don't match the originals on here. But it is going to hold this glass together. Right, here we go with the second one. Microsol is already on. There we are, two sides done. I think what I'm going to do is the rear window as well, but I'll probably do that off camera. Right, time for a bit of chrome detailing on the Cadillac. It's going to take a while to do all this chroming because this Cadillac had a lot of chrome. Right, there's the first window surround almost done. As you can see, I've already done the handles, etc. In the end, I know I'm pretty safe with this pen, so I have done some of it direct. Makes the job a whole lot quicker. And then use the brush to get into the more intricate parts. You can't get this big pen. I've got a smaller nib pen, but that does have a habit of dumping chrome, so I don't use that. So this is going to take quite a while. Right, as you can see, there's been a bit more chroming on the Cadillac, especially at the rear there. I think we'll try and get the outline with a cocktail stick first. Just broken the end off a cocktail stick. That right hand side looks okay to me. All freehand this. It's not a perfect casting at the rear, it's taken a few bumps, but reasonably pleased with that. There we go, can put that down and we'll soon be at assembly. As you can see, we are at assembly of our Cadillac ambulance. Now I've already pushed the rear window in. It's quite firm. I don't want to take it off again in case I damage the glass. I'm not overly keen on what I've done with the window stripes. I mean, some of these vehicles had curtains and some of them had nothing you could see right in, which I don't think you'd want to do. We never had that in the UK. I have sourced another glass, but it's going to be a month before I get it, from Kev of Kev Banger Racers, and he looks a really good one. So fortunately this is a screw base and I'll be able to take it apart again. So let's get going, shall we? Now, first thing is this little roof light. Not sure which way round. Yeah, that's the right way round. Little rings at the top. That goes into there. That needs gluing in, so we'll get some glue for that. Okay, so here we go with the glue. Just been having a play around at a couple of things. So you might notice things have moved out of place. I think the first thing is to get this glued on there. Now I'm not using super glue because I think it may run. Sorry, just in the corner of the screen there. So a bit of glue on there. Rid of that. Sure we got it on the right way, yes. Then a bit more glue around there. Now, I don't want too much. So taking some off. So aim to get this on first time. Check my fingers are absolutely clean. Hopefully you can see that. That's on. Now I didn't want to use super glue because it does tend to run a bit. And I've got my nice paint there. Be careful, you've got to be careful. Right, that's in place. That's perfect, I hope. Next we've got these rear indicators, front indicators, siren to do. What I'll do is I'll fit one first by myself, then show you how I fitted it, I think. Right, so let's do the fronts first, and I've had a go at this, and that's at an angle. This has to be at the same angle for them to get in. So I think it is that way. Wait, my mistake. It's that side. I'm going to chip the paint. So see if this one goes in any easier. That one's clipped in. They're stabbing me in the finger now. This one doesn't want to go. So just take it out. Let's give it a little file round the back. See how it goes. Still doesn't want to go. Gee, don't want to force it, that's the issue. Okay, we've hit a bit of a problem getting this cluster of lights in. So I've just got a small file in. I don't want to chip the paint. I need to get a bit of paint off the inside here. I've already cleaned the light cluster, so next natural conclusion is it must be paint on the model. Go. And it's in. Great. And they're in firm, but I will put some glue behind them. So pleased with that. Now the siren itself just pops on there. It was riveted in before. It's not going to be this time. We're just gonna stick it in, but maybe we're better doing the rears first, I think. So now I've had a look at this, and if you notice, there is a slope. The rears. think they have to go in like that. It's going to be impossible to show you that. It's the first one in, and it looks right. It does look right. Got one light in. I'm just going to put the other one in. Now we've got them the right way round. There it is. Ah, oh, jeez. Let's get the second rear in. There it is. It looks right. Now it does have a habit of falling out. Can't put this down on its roof now. I'm going to get a bit of glue on that. Now these are a bit loose. They're not like the front ones. There was a faux pas on filming a second ago. I glued the front ones in. Brilliant commentary. Hadn't turned the camera on. So you're now seeing me fit the back ones. You didn't miss much. Just putting a bit of glue in. What I'm going to have to do is stop there. Can't put this on its roof. We're just going to get this front light in. Now, what I'm going to try and do is just get a bit of glue round the housing. What I don't want is loads of glue sort of squishing out around the light. Obviously I want the light secure. Checking my fingers are clean. Now just lift over that. Get a bit of glue on the back side of it. Shorten my stick. Anyway, see, I have pushed it away from the vertical. So I need to get that back into place. Right. Now what I have been using is Gorilla Glue. So it's strong stuff. Dries clear. I am, for my benefit, I'm going to stop build there. Let that go hard. Let that set probably overnight. Now because I've got another set of glass coming, what I want to do is just push this on, not use any glue at all if I can get away with it, or just use a bit of Gorilla Glue, because I'll have to take this off again. So I've already put the decal on and I want it to look right for the end shots. So I'll just put minimum glue on here, the absolute minimum. Get this to stick. Leave that a while as well. As you can see, we're back with Cadillac. Glue's dried on these. Can now get front grille in and the rear bumper. So again, I'm going to use Gorilla Glue. I just don't risk loads of super glue running. Always put a bit of super glue on afterwards. It's a bit round there. Can risk a bit the edge there. Check we got it the right way. Hear that click. Looks okay. 2 hands to press it on. This Cadillac's been painted for 10 days now, so I shouldn't be getting any fingerprints. I've learnt my lesson. Need to leave them a fair while, probably less in summer. Put them on the radiator, put them in the window in the sun, etc. Right, that's on. Now for the rear. Sure which way this goes on. It's that way. Checked the pictures a while ago. Next in, I think, is the interior. Oh, no, it'll be the glass. Next in's the glass, sorry. That locates itself nicely. Go. Then the interior. Or do we need the rear door first? I think it's a rear door first. So that comes from the outside. Just seeing that corner there, it's just clicked in. That's helped get the glass seated correctly. That goes on top and holds that in. And suddenly, we're nearly done. Now this has to click in and now the base goes in, it has to click in and down. That's the front wheels there now. Whoops. Too busy concentrating on the rear and filming. Done it again. So that's in. Front wheels are in. It goes back and down. And let's get that screw in. Trying to do it left-handed to show you. And not got the back door in right. It's because I haven't glued it properly. So what I can do, it's a bit stiff to be honest. Okay, we're back with our Cadillac. I've just put the back door in again. It's because I haven't super glued the glass on because I want to take it apart later that it's come apart. So let's get the... And what's happening is this needs to locate the back door pin. So let's get some wheels in. So I have done this at least once now, maybe a couple of times. Yeah, my door keeps coming off. Partly because that is really stiff. So if I can push the door on, and there is our Cadillac. Right, here we go with the first decal on the front. Sorry, not camera there. Let's get a cotton bud on it. It's a fair bit of water there. Still moving nicely. Right, I'm actually head on. It's the first decal on. I'm actually head on, so I'm just gonna try and get it looking perfect. It's on a curve. It's a bit deceiving. There we go. That looks fine to me. Now there are two more to put on the sides. There is some guidance there in the form of a casting line where they should go. A proper casting line, not one I should have got rid of. So on with the next one. Okay, here we go with our side ambulance decal. Easier than the front one. It's about right. Other side to do. As I apply the final decal, you see there I found a patient. came in a donation this month. I'm not sure if you'll have seen that video before this video goes out. From a friend of the channel, Richard Hayward. And it came with a Range Rover ambulance, but it looks perfect fit for this one. Right, there's not much guide on that side. So I'm just doing it by eye. That looks right. She's a good roller. Just got to tidy up, polish up that rear, and next time you see her, she'll be on the turntable. Well, this is what we started with. A very play-worn Dinky ambulance on a Cadillac chassis. Quite a big thing to restore this. Huge actually, nearly as big as my turntable. Anyway, without further ado, let's see what we ended up with, shall we? Well, here is our Cadillac ambulance. Superior Rescuer. In real life, 7.7 litres, 10 miles to the gallon, 345 brake horsepower, and it weighed about 6,000 pounds. So a heavy beast. I slightly customised this one with the side screens being blue and white stripes. I'm hoping to get a new set of screens for that. Doesn't she look pretty? One of my better ambulances. I hope you've enjoyed this video. What I'll do now is I'll just stop and open that rear door and get the patient in. Here is our Cadillac ambulance with the patient in now. I do hope you've liked this restoration. Please like and subscribe. Every little helps. If you haven't liked and subscribed so far, please do so. This is my best ambulance restoration so far, and I hope you think so too. So bye for now, and I'll catch you next week with another restoration. The Dinky Toys Superior Rescuer on a Cadillac chassis. Bye for now.